He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's only worked there 15 bloody years.
15 years or 500 years, mate. He does not know.
He knows that machine. He knows how to work it. Of course he knows anything.
No, look, you put it through a vacuum mould at that temperature.
Hey,
You
want to buy a book?
No.
No.
Listen, you can do that with that machine. He knows the thing.
No.
You want some incense?
No.
You can do it.
It's the wrong flange size.
How about some beads?
It's not the right.
Reverse.
You know what's wrong with you blokes is that you haven't opened up to your PDELEF.
Listen, you can do that with that machine.
Your potential divine energy love flow
No, not like
that
that.
shines within us all. Yeah, what's wrong with you blokes is that you don't know who you really are.
We know who we are.
It's on our pockets.
Well, then I reckon it's about time you bought a book and got some love energy flowing, right?
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, do you? You tell me why then.
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because the Swami Daharuptu Siri Makadaka Jr. III has shown me how to use the love energy within me, and I'm in control of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
Yeah, I can concentrate my energy force within me and direct it wherever and whenever I like. Yeah. And I can drink more piss than you, because I have mastered the ancient art of gullet widening, see? I've opened up my throat real wide to the Godhead, see? And I can knock back a beer faster than anyone in this pub, see? And I can control the rate at which the alcohol enters my bloodstream, so that I can be pissed one moment, see, and then sober the next, just like that, see?
You're all bloody talk.
You are just a speck of dust. You are an infinitesimal speck of dust in the entire cosmos. Oh, you couldn't get in touch with yourself with a 40-foot pole. Look at you. Take a forklift truck to raise your consciousness. Yes, weak as dysentery, both of you. Shiva, I could meditate you both under the table with me third eye behind me back. Harry Rama, Harry Rama, Joy Rama.
You know how to handle those fellas, Blanche?
Oh, yeah, they're all the same. They got a little spot behind their left ear hole where the energy flow from the heart meets the divine eternal soul force going the opposite way. Now, you get them in a half-lotus leg lock, and before you can say George Harrison, bingo, instant nirvana. Works every time. Same again, boys?
Yeah, it's all right.
Anyway, it's the wrong size flange.
You can use it.
Brain space.
Hi, I'm Debbie Wilson.
And I'm Tim Muktananda, and we'd like to share something with you that's really crucial for your cerebral and spiritual and physical well-being.
Excellent. I know this really amazing guy called Barry.
Barry, I know
Right.
Barry too.
I know you
Barry's-
know.
Barry's an amazing guy. What Barry's doing, right, is he's conducting these whole earth back to the wilderness bush workshops in which he gets his group of really aware, committed individuals. He drives them out into the wilderness and just leaves them there. He only charges $200 a weekend.
It's just amazing.
Amazing.
Right, I know.
Excellent.
What I was going to say,
Right.
was that bulk eons ago in
Right.
the olden days, there was this amazing poet, which I don't know if you know.
I
His
know,
name
I
was
know.
William Wordsworth.
Will Wordsworth, I know.
Right. And Bill got a real charge from nature, right? Like he wrote this really amazing poem, which was about this really incredible, aware, isolated, superior sort of cloud.
That's just floated
That's the
on
one.
high.
That's the one.
Just floated on high over hills and vales.
Excellent.
Or floated on high over hills and vales.
More
And just spontaneously precipitating, didn't follow the dictates of the Weather Bureau, right? But just spontaneously precipitated on flowers, trees, lampposts, etc., etc. I mean, I just had a flash to be.
Wow, what was it?
It could have been the cloud that precipitated on us during that storm. Wasn't that storm amazing?
That was the most excellent storm.
Excellent storm.
I've ever
Somehow the bush rain is a lot wetter than city rain, isn't it? Really wet. Yeah.
Like, I was really blissed out when our tent blew away.
Excellent.
Because, like, otherwise we would never have known just how wet we could actually get.
Right. I don't think I've personally been as wet as I was in
You haven't.
And then when you just sort of disappeared, I
Oh,
thought,
wow,
wow, you
freaked
know,
me out.
some lightning bolt must have spontaneously combusted Debbie, which would have been a real flash, you know.
For both of us, right,
But then I looked down the bottom of this really steep, heavy, precipitous sort of gorge.
With
you
all
know.
these amazing gravity vibes hanging on.
And you were just sort of lying at the bottom, and the look on your face just reminded me of the Sleeping Buddha at the Tiger Balm Gardens when I went to Singapore, you know, except for the blood, you know.
Like, the reason that I was looking like the Buddha, etc.,
Right.
etc., was that I had been brought to a state of new awareness of my body. Right. Like, my ribs had been brought closer together.
Excellent.
And my limbs had spontaneously relocated themselves. And I just bled without even having to think about it.
You know, the bleeding's an excellent way of eliminating toxins from your body.
And like then I became completely at one with the natural world,
Right.
all moving on the same mandala when all these really amazing insects came to share my experience.
Right, because your wound was a really open
I
wound,
know,
right?
it was just an open wound. I know.
And like when the kookaburras started laughing, it was incredible, you know.
it was
It was
amazing.
like an extraordinary scene from a film by Warthog, you know. Like, it was like a comment, you know.
I know. Like,
Amazing.
I was just really, really angry when the Air Search and Rescue Squad winched me out. Like, I mean, why couldn't they leave me there so that my own restorative forces of
Healing
my body
process.
could get myself back together again?
Right, I mean, the Air Search and Rescue Squad are a bunch of fascists, you know. I mean, I tried to stop them, right. That's right, yeah, excellent.
What Tim and I are trying to say is that we really insist that if you value your mental and physical well-being at all, you contact us to contact Barry, right, for one of these amazing workshops.
Right, and leaves these saunas, jacuzzis and spas to those with an Olivia Newton-John Travolta mentality.
Right, check you later.
Check you later.
I'm Wayne Dodgy.
And I'm...
He's Arthur. And we believe in making cheap commercials
Because they're cheaper to make. Sometimes, Ken, I think I was born in the wrong century.
So do I.
So do I.
But even here at Dodgy Brothers, we sometimes have our problems.
Money worries,
The hassles of big business.
problems of a personal nature, Ken.
Oh, why? Here at Dodgytronics Science Laboratories, we're working to move you into
The 21st century. With the Dodgytronics Cold Storage Family Freeze Unit to
freeze you and your problems for a better day.
tomorrow. So come down today and
Leave all your yesterdays
until
tomorrow. Time is money.
your money,
Is our future.
just $2,
Get you started
simply set.
and forget. Remember our dodgy guarantee. If in 5,000 years you have it defrosted, it's money back. Go Dodgy.
Here I was, Beatrice Millpond, about to enter the home of Mario Tuazzo, the brooding builder, and his exotic Polish, South American, Italian stepmother, the Contessa. Could I save Uncle Teddy and prove to them that blood is thicker than mortar?
Stop at the truck! Here is Marius the woman. Marius the woman. You English are too thin. Come.
Break a leg, darling.
I recognise the mocking laugh of Victoria Barracks, the famous actress who had been on the Parkinson show 7 times.
Oh, you little fool. Don't you notice we're just the hose of the concrete?
That had to be Mario Tuazzo. Every part of his Roman body mocked me.
Ah, Beatrice, welcome to my inferno.
What could he want of me?
Everybody, this Beatrice Milpond.
I know!
And this Victoria Barrack. My cousin 6 times removed, but she keep the coming back. And this Lorenzo, my half-brother.
Quarter horses.
He always have the chip on the shoulder.
No, no, no! Ah!
You're absolute brutes!
There is one way to save your uncle's little church. Marry me.
I'm frightfully sorry. I'll buy you another one.
There is another one. It was a priceless piece of bonbonniere. The mother of pearl horses with the thermometer in its underbelly. You breaker, you pay.
What do you mean?
You must marry my Mario. That is the terrazzo wine.
No, I will never marry Mario.
What is so terrible about me that makes me unacceptable to you? Am I so repulsive? I have feelings, gold feelings. More than you ever dream of. Or perhaps you want that your uncle dies of a broken heart.
Oh, well, I suppose I'll just have to. My cheeks burned as the mocking laughter rang in my ears. I ran as if pursued by a flock of Hitchcockian mockingbirds and sank into the mock flock velvet chaise lounge, feeling wretched, rejected, and completely, utterly mocked. Where was the knight in shining armor who, according to romantic tradition, should have been here 10 minutes ago?
Sorry, I'm late.
There was a restless look in those searching blue eyes.
How are you going, mate? This is my fiancé. And this is Studley Park, the famous plastic surgeon.
Haven't spotted a set of keys anywhere, my dear?
After only 2.5 hours in Australia, I was already engaged against my will to a man I could never love, and in love with a man I could never marry. Where was my life leading me?
Summer is gone, but I feel fine. A chunky girl is on my mind. She gets what she takes when she gives me custard.
Chunky custard, life without custard can be blue. Chunky custard, I'm stuck on you. It's a lovely, it's a funky, it's a chunky custard. Chunky custard.
You and me and chunky custard sticking together.
Well, things are bad and getting worse. You can see it on the faces of the people passing by. But whose fault is it? Let's ask the uninformed man in the street. Excuse me. Who do you blame?
Well, I don't think it's a matter of blame as such.
Well, that man over there blamed you. He blamed you? Yes. He said it was all your fault. He said that the world would be a better place without you in it, and he also said something about your mother and an unhygienic Eskimo kayak.
Oh, he did he?
Okay, that'll do for that story. We'll do the second one now. Well, white-collar violence is on the increase. You can see it in the faces of the people in the street.
Here, I cleaned it up. Clean your brother's footy boots.
Do I have to?
Of course you do.
Not fair.
What's not fair, Glenda, love?
You only care about Greg. You don't care about me.
Well, dear, you're only a girl. Gregory, get out of the gully trap. You too, Beverly. Tom, you'd better talk to Gregory before Val's Bev gets him into trouble.
I'm busy, Bubbles. You do it.
Oh, no, it's your turn. I took him to the father and son night. Beverly, put Greg down. Or do something, Tom.
Greg? You've got to be cruel to be nasty. A boy needs to know these things.
Thanks, Tom.
Mum, Dad threw my brick at Greg.
That brick was the best toy we ever gave, Glenda. If you'd broken it, I...
Mother, Father, I want to have a career.
Where did we go wrong?
She never got it from me, that's for sure.
Excuse me. Linda. Hello, Mum. How are you?
Hello, Roddy.
Dad, how are things, Dad? Listen, I just came to borrow some bread, if that's okay. Here I have a recently unopened loaf of bread. Now, I'd like, well, you, the one on the diet. I'd like you to pick a slice of white Vienna. Any slice of white Vienna. Go on, pick a slice of white Vienna. Pick so you're not going to be in it, are you? You know, I could stand here all night doing this and he'd never, ever pick a slice of white Vienna. And do you know why? Because he's deaf. Can't hear a word I'm saying. Can you, Ludwig? Deaf as a dodo. And do you know why he's deaf? Because he's Beethoven, the great composer. Of course, he won't have a bar of music now. Won't have a bar of music now. Get it? Bar, music, won't have a bar. Now, listen, if I've got to explain every sophisticated witticism, we'll be here all night. Now, Beethoven was born in 1770, and as a result of that, he's dead. But before he died, Beethoven looked like... I've done about... No, only joking. I bet they went white in the ABC legal department then. Before he died, Beethoven looked like this. And before he looked like this, he looked like this. Isn't he cute? And somewhere between there and there, Beethoven wrote some of the world's great music. Every tune an evergreen. Look at this. He got this badge here for Best First Year Composer. This one here is for Best Sonata. This is for Best Fifth Symphony. Best Piano Concerto. He won a lot of... Oh, look, incidentally, for anybody with a maternal turn of mind, this baby photo is from the woman's... Lady Di. Oh, no, it's just I can't stand it. I mean, the woman's on the cover of every magazine in the non-communist world. I mean, what's she ever done? I mean, she comes out here with hubby, and what do? They open things. They open things like fridges and champagne, and they smile a lot and shake hands. I mean, they're nothing more than Royal Ronald McDonald's. Prince William, the future King of England, their boy Bill, have you seen him? He's a baby. A baby. I mean, how can they tell if a baby is going to be a good king? Well, look, I've got friends. I'm one of the lucky ones. I've got friends, and they've got a baby, and I'm no judge of horseflesh, but this baby looks to me like he could shape up to be a pretty good king. That's the trouble with the monarchy. I mean, how do you know you're getting the best king for the job? Now, if I sound bitter and twisted about this, it's because I am the real Prince Charles. No. Now, I haven't told people this before, but see, Charles and I were born on the same day in 1948, and if that isn't coincidence enough, even now, we're still the same age. My hospital records, which were destroyed in a fire tomorrow, clearly show that there was a Mrs. Windsor who had a baby in the same ward as my mother, and that baby was a boy. Now, I have a statutory declaration from the night nurse which clearly shows that she feels that she could have, in her drunken stupor, oh, look at... Hey. Well, listen, I lost the stat deck, but this is the big news. Tonight we start the new Beat the Champ competition. I'm actually the champ. And our first contestant in Beat the Champ tonight is Senator John Button of Canberra. And he's coming in. So listen, Senator John, if you'd like to come in now to play Beat the Champ. Incidentally, if Senator John does in fact beat the champ, he will win the ABC. OK, so we're ready to go now. Senator John, and please, after you. OK, fine, OK. Well, you're a politician. This shouldn't be too hard. Hello, Johnny. And there it is! I won! I beat a politician! I beat Senator John Button. Once again, the ABC is saved from undue influence. Hooray!
Come on, Jack, get in. Come on, get on. Get behind. Jack, get in. Come on. Could you move from this area, thanks, please? There you go. Well, thanks, yeah.
Down here, Russell, get back. Get up.
Go
on.
Could you clear the platform, thanks, if you don't mind? Thank you very much.
Thanks, good.
Good. Oh, well, yes. Yes, it is a bit wet, isn't it? Hang on. Sorry to do this to you.
Go on.
Perhaps if you go off that way.
Nice to see you.
Sorry. Excuse me. Jack, get up. Go on. What are you doing?
Russell.
What are you doing? Get up here. Get up.
Bill. Stay. There you go.
Good afternoon, delegates. We've called you all here today.
You know why we've called you here?
Jack, stay out of this. Stay. Now, we've gathered yous all here today. Here you go.
I'll give you his wish.
Jack, look, I'll handle this, all right?
Heel.
Now, things are looking a bit crook.
Crook, yeah, crook, real crook.
That's why we've gathered yous from all over the station to this summit conference.
Summit conference.
There you go. Now, I know a lot of yous are fly-blown at the moment. Not much of a mood for consensus. But some of yous, no names mentioned, don't try and change the subject, have been dropping your bundle.
Yeah. Too many dags and not enough bags. You're going to lift your game. Talk to one another. You're going to work together in a spirit of consensus.
Right, that's right, Jack.
What are you looking at, eh? What are you looking at?
Hey, you! Hey! What do you got there? No. Drop it.
Only it, Russell.
No. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it!
Yeah, eh? Yeah.
Hey, where's your bone? Come on, where's your bone? Hey? What's this, your bone? Hey? No, stay. All right, you can have it.
I got it, Jack.
Good.
It was just there. Yeah, there's another one.
No. Sit, sit, sit. Okay, get the bone, get the bone.
I got it.
Thank you very much.
Where are you going, Jack?
I don't know.
Oh, good. I'll come with you.